The late 1990s in the United States were marked by confidence and growth. The Cold War had ended, the economy was booming, and technology was beginning to transform daily life. In 1997, President Bill Clinton was in office, the internet was expanding rapidly, and Silicon Valley was giving rise to a digital revolution. Companies like Microsoft, Apple, and a new search engine called Google began reshaping how Americans worked, learned, and connected. By 2000, America stood as the world's sole superpower. But change was on the horizon. In 2001, tragedy struck. On September 11th, terrorists hijacked planes and attacked the World Trade Center in New York and the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. Nearly 3,000 people were killed. The event shocked the world and forever changed America. It launched the War on Terror, leading to wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. The early 2000s became a time of conflict, heightened security, and global uncertainty. At home, Americans faced another challenge in 2008, the Great Recession, a financial crisis caused by housing market collapse and risky banking practices devastated millions of families. Jobs vanished, homes were lost, and the economy nearly collapsed. In the midst of this turmoil, history was made. In 2008, Barack Obama was elected the first African-American president of the United States, inspiring millions with his message of hope and change. The 2010s brought new waves of transformation. Smartphones and social media reshaped society, changing how people communicated, consumed news, and viewed the world. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and later TikTok influenced politics, culture, and even movements for justice. In 2011, U.S. forces killed Osama bin Laden, the mastermind of 9/11s, marking a symbolic victory in the war on terror. But division also grew. Politics became more polarized, debates over immigration, health care, and race intensified, and trust in institutions weakened. In 2016, the election of Donald Trump revealed deep fractures in American society. His presidency was marked by fierce debate, economic growth followed by turbulence, and bold, often controversial decisions. Then came 2020, a year that shook the nation. The COVID-19 pandemic swept across the country, shutting down cities, overwhelming hospitals, and reshaping daily life. Masks, lockdowns, and vaccines became part of America's reality. At the same time, the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis sparked nationwide protests under the banner of Black Lives Matter, reigniting the struggle for racial justice. In November 2020, Joe Biden was elected president, promising unity and healing. But tensions remained high. On January 6, 2021, rioters stormed the U.S. Capitol in an attempt to overturn the election, one of the most shocking days in modern American history. From 2021 to 2025, the United States faced challenges at home and abroad. The withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021 ended America's longest war, though it left behind painful questions. Inflation and economic shifts tested working families. Technology raced forward with artificial intelligence, electric vehicles, and space exploration pushing new boundaries. By 2025, America stood at a crossroads. It remained a nation of immense power and influence, but also one wrestling with deep divisions. Issues like climate change, immigration, political polarization, and global competition with China shaped its path. Yet, through triumphs and trials, the American story carried forward, a story of resilience, reinvention, and the constant struggle to live up to its founding ideals of liberty and democracy. From 1997's optimism to 2025's uncertainty, the United States continued its journey, not a perfect nation, but one always striving, always changing, and always telling the world that its best chapters